Yes, I'm the slave.
Get on that block. Here we are in Welsh Wales. Look at the pretty houses.
Yeah.
Here's Piers enjoying his holiday.
Well, we could have been doing this a lot earlier if you'd been playing The Sims all morning.
Shut up. If you hadn't been sleeping with your mouth wide open, gasping and yawning on the sofa. Oh, we want to go to the venue and it's closed.
Shame.
The venue. Oops, mind that big hump in the road.
Yes. And your camera goes flying and it's
It's nice and scenery up there though.
I suppose.
If you like that sort of thing.
If the venue's closed,
Yeah,
what if you want to go swimming?
I don't know. It's only open from... well, it's not open. There's a door open there, look, by the looks of it. So here we are.
Maybe it looks closed, but it's actually not.
Here we are in the thriving city centre.
So thriving that I think we're one other person.
What time is it?
8:30.
Oh, is that all?
Yes.
I was thinking it was at 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
Well, that's what happens when you get up at half 3. Oh, well. So... oh, I meant to bring that rubbish bag and I forgot.
Oh,
Caravan City.
so that venue thing probably opens it up. I don't know.
10.
Some people might like to go swimming early in the morning, not know.
Hmm.
I don't know.
There's the free gym.
Yeah.
Nobody in there either.
Monday to Sunday, 9 till 12, 2 till 5.
Hmm. Windy.
Oops. Okay.
Right, how much space does he want? Pardon me. Pardon me. There's a bit more water in it than there was last time we came. Somebody must have filled it up.
Filled it. What?
Shut up.
Shut what? Shut up.
$28,500 for a van. Gosh, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, it's a lot cheaper than 40,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's that then. It's crazy dog. Yeah. Oh, that's that then.
Should we go back home?
Yeah.
freezing cold.
Restoring a piece of motor racing history to its former glory has provided a fitting tribute to the memory of a great and courageous racing driver, Harry Thomas of Wrexham, and his car, Babs, a combination that proved at that time to be the very best in the world. The Nigel Mansell of the 1920s was a Welshman, John Godfrey Parry Thomas, the son of a curate from Wrexham. From an early age, he showed a great interest in engineering, particularly in the design and construction of engines. He rose to become chief engineer of the Leyland Motor Company, and was responsible for producing the magnificent Leyland 8 car, in which he first raced on the Brooklyn circuit against the giants of the day, Count Zabrowski, Henry Seagrave, and Malcolm Campbell. In 1923, Thomas won 8 races outright at Brooklands, at Pendine Sands. And on the 25th of September 1924, in his 18,000cc V12 engine Sunday, registered over 146 miles per hour. Thomas realised that Leyland couldn't match this effort and set about looking for another car. The opportunity came when his friend, Count Zabrowski, was killed while riding in the Italian Grand Prix. His car, a high-end special, a monstrous 27,000cc Liberty air engine chain-driven car, was put up for sale. The car, a powerful machine, had already been put through its paces at Brooklands, lapping at over 160 miles per hour. But Thomas, who reputedly bought it for £125, saw in it an opportunity of beating Campbell's record of over 150 miles per hour. He christened her Babs. A great deal of rebuilding work was done on the new machine, which he took to Pendine in April 1926, by which time Henry Seagrave snatched the record from Campbell. The whole venture was professionally organised and scrutinised by the RAC. On Tuesday the 27th of April, operations began in earnest, and after a couple of warm-up runs, Thomas and Babs took the flying mile record at over 168 miles per hour. The Nigel Mansell of the 1920s was a Welshman, John Godfrey Parry Thomas, the son of a curate from Wrexham. From an early age, he showed a great interest in engineering, particularly in the design and construction of engines. He rose to become chief engineer of the Leyland Motor Company, and was responsible for producing the magnificent Leyland 8 car, in which he first raced at the Brooklyn circuit against the giants of the day, Count Zabrowski, Henry Seagrave, and Malcolm Campbell. In 1923, Thomas won 8 races outright at Brooklands, as well as taking the 5 and 10 mile flying start world records at 119.43 and 116.25 miles per hour respectively. In the following year, he improved on these records, and subsequently over the flying mile recorded close to 130 miles per hour. A remarkable achievement which necessitated a dangerous two-way run around the Brooklyn circuit. This was the last time the world land speed record was broken on a racing track. 3 months later, the legendary Malcolm Campbell, one of the most successful racing drivers of his day, became the first man to attempt the land speed record at Pendine Sands. And on the 25th of September 1924, in his 18,000cc V12 engine Sunday, registered over 146 miles per hour. realised that the Leyland couldn't match this effort and set about looking for another car. The opportunity came when his friend, Count Zoborowski, was killed while driving in the Italian Grand Prix, and his car, the Hyam Special, a monstrous 27,000cc Liberty aero-engined, chain-driven car, was put up for sale. The car, a powerful machine, had already been put through its paces at Brooklands, lapping at over 116 miles per hour. And Thomas, who reputedly bought her for £125, saw in it an opportunity of beating Campbell's record of over 150 miles per hour. He christened her Babs. A great deal of rebuilding work was done on the new machine, which he took to Pendine in April 1926, by which time Henry Seagrave had snatched the record from Campbell. The whole venture was professionally organised and scrutinised by the RAC, and on Tuesday the 27th of April, operations began in earnest, and after a couple of warm-up runs, Thomas and Babs took the flying mile record at over 168 miles per hour, smashing Seagrave's newly set record by a phenomenal 16 miles per hour. On the following day, after making gentle adjustments to the engine, Thomas nudged the record even higher. The North Walian was the hero of the hour and the toast of the motor racing world. The start of 1927 saw more activity than ever towards record breaking. Malcolm Campbell's new Napier-engined Bluebird set a new mark at Pendine on the 4th of February, reaching 174 miles per hour, a record that Thomas felt impelled to break. Despite feeling unwell, he journeyed to Pendine, but had to wait until the 3rd of March before conditions were considered suitable for a record-breaking attempt. Then, 100 yards clear of the measured mile, Babs was seen to skid, run for 200 yards, roll over, and slither along upside down. Tragically, Harry Thomas was killed. The fire-damaged Babs was hitched to the back of a tractor, towed back to Pendine, where it was buried in the dunes, not far from the village. Babs remained undisturbed in that sandy grave for 42 years, until in 1969 an engineering lecturer from Bangor University, Owen Wyn Owen, sought and got permission to dig up the car and restore her to her former glory. The work was arduous and painstaking, but rewarding too, as bit by bit the unmistakable shape of the huge motor racing car was uncovered. After the sand and the mud had been washed away, Owen Wyn Owen and his fellow workers were amazed at the condition of the vehicle. Although all the aluminium components had corroded, including the gearbox casing and the clutch bearing housing. But these were replaced back in Owen Wyn Owen's workshop at Capel Curig in the foothills of Snowdon. The restoration was in fact a mountainous task for the engineering lecturer, but his labour of love was soon recognised and endorsed from a variety of sources. Dunlop provided new tyres, and a Liberty aero engine was donated by a retired naval officer, whilst new drive chains were discovered in Germany. After 15 years of hard, patient work, the moment of truth arrived when Owen Wyn Owen was able to put Babs through her paces once again on Mona Airfield in Anglesey. Subsequently, the car became a regular sight at rallies and car shows, and has even returned to her two former homes, Brooklands and Pendine. Nowadays, Babs's pace is a little more sedate than in her heyday in the 1920s. Few people then could possibly have predicted that 60 years on, the world land speed record achieved by Richard Noble in Thrust 2 at Black Rock Desert in America on the 4th of October 1983 would be in excess of 3 times faster than the 171 miles per hour registered by Babs. The turbocharged missile powered by a Rolls-Royce Avon 302 engine roared across the measured mile at 633 miles per hour. The 63rd time the world land speed record had been beaten since first set in 1898. Yet it is 1927 that will forever remain special in Welsh eyes, and the remarkable achievement of Owen Wyn in restoring a piece of motor racing history to its former glory has provided a fitting tribute to the memory of a great and courageous racing driver, Parry Thomas of Wrexham, and his car, Babs, a combination that proved at that time to be the very best in the world. There's no doubt that the present generation of motor racing drivers and their machines owe a great debt to Parry Thomas's pioneering spirit.
No, he's going back to the hill. That's one. Oh, almost. Nearly had a hole in one. Bounced over it.
Yes, good walking drive.
Meant to do one at a time because otherwise it might bounce off somebody else's. Never mind.
Well, we don't want to do it that way, we will.
Okay, carry on. 3, 4, 5, 6. Got one or two? 2, 3. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, it's stuck in the hole.
Should be used to that, shouldn't it? 4. 5. Isn't this exciting? back. You pull the throttle back. Do you want it? Okay. Go. Dived in.
What?
Just dived in.
You bonkers. Can't be that deep,
What?
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 What'd you say?
Oh, what did I say? I said that we came here not really expecting much, but...
And we weren't disappointed.
Oh yes, we were disappointed.
Because there wasn't much here. But it was okay.
Quite nice, it's got sea in it and stuff, so, you know. I'm cold! water. So that's the end of the Welsh holiday, and it's been hot and sunny, it's been rainy, we've had a little bit of everything, but it was a getaway and we achieved what we wanted to do, just to get away from Northampton for a few days. So here we are, on the last evening. It's been raining all day today, the sun came out about an hour ago and now it's slowly setting, and here we are left with Piers paddling for the last few minutes. Anyway, that's it for now. Bye bye.